It was good.
It was so good.
And it was beautiful.
The last thing I want to talk about is the Enchantress. The fact that she was still a character where she wasn't just this Enchantress that just popped up and said, I'm gonna curse you forever, and then just disappeared, never came back. Where, honestly, time was out. The beast was dead. The curse had run its course. But she came back. Mercy. And the Enchantress actually had mercy and came back and saw the fact that Belle did love him. And he very obviously loved her in return. He died for her. I mean, he wasn't really protecting her, but you know what I mean. So, obviously, he had learned the lesson that she was trying to teach him. Although, as cruel as it was, he did learn his lesson. And so that's what I love, where before it shatters, you see the petals start to rise, where she's giving him time back. And I loved that. Like, I just love that the Enchantress... And if you notice, when they show Agatha the first time, she looks very similar to the decrepit old woman from the very beginning of the movie. And as the beast becomes more human, she becomes more beautiful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because legitimately whenever whenever she saved her dad, I thought that she had leprosy. She was that weird. Yeah,
she was
looking.
So but it's literally it's almost like the curse itself took a toll on her as well.
Yeah.
And so the more human the beast became, the more true to herself she became.
Yeah.
So it's almost like she kind of became a beast or an outcast along with...
Yeah.
She was an outcast.
Yeah, along with the beast. So I loved that aspect where it's almost like, because I'm huge into mythology and stuff like that, but it's almost like it was an equivalent exchange. To curse the prince and his whole castle and everything in such a way, it took a massive toll on her.
Yeah. As
this beautiful enchantress or whatever. It took a huge toll on her as well. So she was trapped in the village as this haggardy old spinster.
Yeah.
Until the curse was broken. Or ran its course. Mm. So I love the fact that they included that, and it showed that this magic wasn't just I'm this beautiful enchantress that has no whims of my own, I'm just going to curse you. Zap! It actually had a consequence for her, too, and I love that they kind of put that in there a little bit. Yeah. I think that's a really good lesson. Okay, I lied. That's not the last thing. Last thing I want to talk about is, of course, the huge controversy with LeFou being the openly gay. And honestly, he was, in a very subtle way. Yeah, from the moment we saw him, you could tell that he was attracted to Gaston, and that's why he went along with all of Gaston's shit. And then, of course, at the end, he was like, Gaston's not a good guy. And I love the exchange between him and Mrs. Potts. He's like, oh, you're so much better than him anyway. He's like, yeah, I think you're right. He's like, well, can we get on with it? Oh, yes, of course. Splash boiling water on everybody.
Where I'm pretty sure what she said was, you can do so much better than him.
Yeah, he's like, he doesn't deserve you, you could do so much better, or something like that. And I'm like, I do love that. And I love the one thing I like about it is the fact that it was subtle and not, overpowering, but I just wish that if it was something like that, where a lot of people, I think, thought that it was going to be painted in a way that Gaston had no idea.
No.
He just thought that LeFou was just this little shrimpy dude that followed him around and idolized him.
Yeah.
He had no idea, and I think a lot of people were afraid that it was going to be something where Gaston knew and used it against LeFou, which he didn't. He had no idea.
Yeah.
But, and of course, would I have liked it to be something a little more out there and open? Of course. But this is a big step for Disney where they didn't really hide it.
And the three guys that got dressed up.
Oh, yeah. The three guys that got dressed up by the wardrobe, and the two of them were like, ah! And one was just like,
yes,
well, thank you, I love it.
Just walking away, flipping his skirt.
I think that's the same guy from the end.
Yeah, it is.
It's the same guy from the end.
Yeah, I noticed that.
With LeFou.
Yeah, with LeFou. So, admittedly, it wasn't huge. It wasn't like a giant declaration.
But
It's
a
something.
man dancing with a man in that
It
time
was
period
unheard of.
is a giant declaration. Though this time period, not so much.
Yeah, so for us, we're just like, oh, are you kidding me? Like a 2-second dance scene and him pining after the worst character in the movie for 90% of it. Yeah, it doesn't feel like representation, but anything is going to help, especially when these are movies that, young kids and their parents are going to be watching. I think it's going to be good in the long run.
Yeah.
We just have to kind of give it a chance. Yeah. Well, I mean, but anyway, the main thing that I kind of want to get from all of this is that we are making steps forward. I mean, of course, what I want is a new Disney movie, and I want a gay Disney princess. Or, a warrior, or some, I want those main characters to be the LGBT representation. But at the moment, it's gonna take time to get there.
Psst, Elsa's gay as fuck.
I know.
Let her be gay.
Give Elsa a girlfriend.
She needs one.
Seriously, Elsa, girlfriend. Just saying. I would be okay with that. That would be fun. Idina Menzel's totally behind it. She'd voice it. It'd be a thing. She'd do it. It'd be a thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, I mean, other than that, this could not have lived up to my expectations any better than it did. The things that they changed were magical and did not take away from the story in any way or the magic that the movie instilled in me as a kid, and it still does to this day.
Yeah, and I was concerned because I knew that there was going to be new songs in there, and I had recently watched a play of Beauty and the Beast that had extra songs in there, and the extra songs were that extra stupid, pointless.
Unnecessary.
Yeah, and these songs were that they added, like the Beast solo that showed
Evermore.
his true feelings, like what was it, like a day in the sun, where
Day in the Sun, yeah.
where it was basically just showing how they felt, and it's like, it's so good.
Yeah, where it added, none of it took away from the original story and feeling of the movie. It only added to it. It only added those layers that they couldn't get in the original 90s cartoon because it was that. It was a 90s cartoon. And I love how, in the cartoon, when Bella's riding away, we just see the Beast roar, I'm angsty! And in this one, we actually get the song that really embodies how he's feeling.
And I love that song where it's just like, now I know you'll never leave me because you'll haunt me forever.
Where he's basically like, angst! I love you, angst!
And I love the sequence of him singing that song where he slowly gets higher and higher in the castle to watch her
Just
go.
watch her leave, but he never once even considers making her stay or changing his mind.
Yeah,
Because he knows that was the right thing to do.
and she's like, even as you leave from my
As soon as he let her go.
yeah, and it's just like you'll never leave me even as you fade away from view, and it's just
Like, it was just such a poetic song, and Dan Stevens performed it masterfully. Literally.
dead.
Yeah, and the ballroom scene. Oh, God. Where they perfectly combined modern waltzing with classical French dance steps.
Yeah.
Perfectly combined it, where it wasn't just a waltz. And it wasn't just the partnered, the French, I don't know the name of it, minuet. It was a perfect combination of the two.
Yeah.
And I don't know how she did it. I don't know if it was just in the moment. Emma Watson had the perfect facial expressions the whole time where she could not not look at him.
Yeah.
And you could tell in those moments she was not seeing the Beast. She was seeing him.
Yeah.
No words.
Fucking love.
It was just...
Fucking love.
And I'm sorry, I know people have been complaining about this in some huge controversy. Her dress was fucking beautiful, okay? Yeah. Now, yes, in the years since the cartoon, have there been amazing cosplayers that really just knocked it out of the park and like made beautiful dresses? Of course there are. But that dress was really freaking beautiful, and the fact that Emma Watson had to run around in it and ride a horse in it, and I'm like, I'm not complaining. It was really beautiful, and the scene where they literally pull the gold filigree off of the fucking ceiling to put it on her dress, gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
And the little ear thing, that was fantastic.
Yes.
I'm just like, that is such a Belle thing. Like, she wouldn't just wear earrings. She'd be like, I want an earring. Like this. Like, that's such a Belle thing.
Yes.
And the orchestra on the ceiling.
Yes! Just their attention to detail was so good, and
It was a visual.
all of the chairs in the dining room had faces on them.
The doors had faces. And I love how she picked up the hairbrush. She's like, what's your name? It was like, that's a hairbrush.
That is a hairbrush.
So I love how
puts it down.
I love how everything wasn't sentient. Just most things were sentient.
Most everything.
Yeah.
Most of them.
And I love how the thing where they were like eating and she was reading, he's just like where it was just like really subtle where he just slowly and it's just like tomato soup all over his like beard. He's just like, come on, we'll go back to reading the book now. How's that for dashing?
I look good in mine.
Okay, we've been talking about this for over 30 minutes, so we need to shut up.
But I like talking about bullshit.
It's so good. Like, if for some reason, if you haven't seen this movie and you're still watching this, why? Like, we just ruined this whole movie for you. But if you haven't seen it, go watch it. If you've seen it, watch it again. If you've seen it twice, watch it again. Like,
It's so good.
put Evermore on repeat and just live your life to that song.
Evermore.
It's that beautiful.
Evermore.
So I'm gonna leave you guys with this.
Evermore. Evermore.
I am a 5-year-old again. That is how I am feeling. So I'm gonna go drown my feelings in more feelings. I will see you guys in the next one. Say goodbye, Munchkin.
Ah!
That was my eardrum. Bye.